School days, school days. Dear old golden rule days.
Ah, yes, school days. So what are we doing here?
This is where little Jimmy Curwood attended school.
This is his actual school?
It's a reenactment. We're pretending. As far as you know, this is Four Corners School in Erie County, Ohio, where all those early memories were made.
I remember it like it was yesterday. Playing dodgeball with the guys, acting in the school play, trading my bologna sandwich for Danny's Pop-Tarts.
And the teachers. Don't forget the teachers.
Oh yes, Mrs. Wilcox. I could never forget Mrs. Wilcox. She made us all go crazy.
Cut! What the heck is that?
Mrs. Wilcox, my teacher?
We're not talking about your teacher. We're talking about his teacher, Mrs. Bacon.
No!
Get over it. Some pretty important life-changing events took place here.
Okay, I know. At least let me tell the story.
Have at it, Pop-Tart boy.
Alright, I will. So as our story begins, Jimmy is no longer the little boy he was when his family moved to Ohio. He's 11 now, and him and Mrs. Bacon aren't exactly pals, if you know what I mean.
I should say not.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly. Anyway, on this particular morning, Jimmy gets it in his head that he needs to do something to impress his classmates. So he borrows a little.
Takes.
You say tomato, I say spaghetti sauce. So he borrows a little something from his mom's room and smells it to school for a bit of surprise show and tell. The only problem is he can't decide the right moment to share it with his class. He sits there thinking and an idea comes to him. His brilliant idea was to excuse himself to use the outhouse, but in reality, planning to go outside and fire off a few rounds to scare his classmates. All of a sudden the door opens and out come the three teachers' pets. So he watches as they enter the outhouse and being the courteous boy he is, waits for them to settle in. That's when Jimmy gets this fiendish idea. He begins twisting the end of his mustache.
Time out.
What now?
He didn't have a mustache. He was 11.
Actually, I think everyone back then had a mustache. Oh wait, Mrs. Wilcox? Definitely didn't have a mustache.
I think Mrs. Wilcox was the only one with a mustache.
Okay, moving on. Like a shot, the girls came screaming from the outhouse. Mrs. Bacon quickly put two and two together. She was a teacher after all, and before he knew what was happening, she had Jimmy by the collar. And to make matters worse, Mrs. Bacon sent his best pal Skinny to go fetch the school superintendent.
And just wait until his parents get a hold of him.
Well, that's just it. Jimmy had no intention of waiting around for the superintendent or his parents. He squirmed his way out from Mrs. Bacon's grip and ran like the wind.